Chinedu was sweating. Ah, this boy was sweating as if he had just finished a marathon race from Lagos to Ibadan. But no, he was only trying to write a simple letter. A love letter. To Amaka, the girl whose smile could make Nepa bring back the light instantly.
He chewed the end of his pen, staring at the blank paper. The words in his heart were doing jibas jibos, but his hand refused to cooperate. He wanted to tell her she was the sugar in his tea, the very stew to his yam. Instead, his brain was speaking English like a university vice-chancellor. He wanted to sound romantic, not like he was applying for a job at a big bank. He finally started writing, his hand shaking small.
Dear Miss Amaka, he wrote. Subject, a formal declaration of romantic intent.
Haba, who starts a love letter like that? Chinedu himself knew something was wrong. This was not the language of love. This was the language of HR departments and government offices. He continued.
I am writing to express my profound interest in the vacant position of your admirer. My qualifications include a long-standing history of observing your esteemed presence from a distance and a demonstrated ability to think about you at all hours of the day. I believe my skills are a perfect fit for this role.
He read it back and groaned. It sounded like he was applying to be her security guard.
Chinedu, my man, what is it you are writing with this serious face? Are you writing your will?
Emeka snatched the paper before Chinedu could hide it. His laughter filled the small room, bouncing off the walls.
Ewu! Subject, declaration of romantic intent. Chinedu, is it a government contract you are bidding for? Or is Amaka the CEO of a company we don't know about? This one is not a love letter. It's a job application, my brother.
Emeka was holding his stomach, tears of laughter rolling down his cheeks.
Emeka, give me back my paper. It's not funny.
But Emeka was too quick. He danced around the room, reading the letter aloud in a deep, official voice.
Please find attached my curriculum vitae of affection for your review and consideration.
As Chinedu lunged for the paper, Emeka stumbled. His finger accidentally hit the send button on Chinedu's phone, where he had foolishly typed a copy. The message was gone. Sent. To Amaka. The room went silent, except for the sound of Chinedu's heart dropping to the floor.
Emeka, what have you done?
Chinedu did not sleep that night. He tossed and turned, imagining all the ways Amaka would block his number and avoid him forever. He pictured her showing the message to all her friends, laughing at the foolish boy who applied to be her boyfriend.
I'm finished, he muttered to the ceiling. My own friend has used his hand to spoil my market.
Emeka, feeling a little bit guilty, had tried to console him.
Don't worry, my guy. Maybe she will find it funny. At least she will know you are a serious person.
Chinedu just hissed. What kind of serious person sends a love letter that reads like a business proposal? He was doomed. The next morning, his phone buzzed. Chinedu's heart jumped into his throat. He was afraid to look. It had to be Amaka, telling him to never contact her again. He closed his eyes and slowly opened the message. His eyes widened. It was from her, but the message was not what he expected. It was not full of laughter emojis or insults. It was formal.
Dear Mr. Chinedu, it began. Your application for the position of admirer. Thank you for your interest. We have reviewed your unsolicited application and are intrigued by your credentials.
Chinedu had to read it 3 times to be sure. Was this a joke? He scrolled down, his hands trembling.
Your application has been shortlisted. We would like to invite you for an initial interview to further assess your suitability for the role. The interview is scheduled for tomorrow at 4 p.m. at Mama Calabar's kitchen. Please come prepared to discuss your key performance indicators for a potential romantic partnership. We look forward to meeting you. Sincerely, Amaka, Hiring Manager, Department of Affection.
Chinedu could not believe it. She was playing along. The girl had sense of humor. A huge smile broke out on his face. For the first time in 24 hours, Chinedu turned to Emeka with a grin.
She replied.
He shouted, showing him the phone. Emeka read the message and his jaw dropped. Then he let out a loud cheer.
I told you she would like it. See, my madness has a method. Now you have an interview, my brother. You must prepare. What are your 5-year romantic goals? What are your strengths and weaknesses in a relationship? Tell her your weakness is that you love too much.
Chinedu laughed, feeling a new wave of confidence. This was no longer a disaster. It was the beginning of a very funny adventure. The interview at Mama Calabar's kitchen was less of an interview and more of a hilarious test. Amaka, looking even more beautiful than he remembered, sat opposite him with a playful, serious expression.
Mr. Chinedu, she said, trying not to smile. Thank you for coming. Let's begin the practical assessment. A key duty in this role is providing sustenance. Please proceed to order a meal that demonstrates your understanding of my culinary preferences.
Chinedu, now fully in on the joke, confidently called the waitress.
We will have pounded yam with egusi soup for the CEO and make sure the goat meat is plentiful, and a bottle of Maltina to seal the deal.
Amaka burst out laughing, her professional mask finally cracking. They ate and talked, and the formal joke continued.
So, Mr. Chinedu, describe a time you faced a conflict with a previous associate. How did you resolve it?
Chinedu thought for a moment.
There was a time my friend, a senior vice president of Mischief, accidentally sent a confidential document. I resolved it by panicking, but ultimately, the outcome was positive.
Amaka giggled.
Your honesty is noted. Now, for the final stage of this interview. A boyfriend's core competency is making his partner smile. You have 60 seconds. Go.
Chinedu, feeling brave, leaned in and told her the corniest joke he knew. It was so bad, so silly, that Amaka laughed until she had tears in her eyes.
Okay, you pass, she said, wiping her eyes. Mr. Chinedu, based on your performance today, we are pleased to offer you the position of boyfriend on a 3-month probationary basis.
She extended her hand across the table. Chinedu shook it firmly.
I am honored to accept this offer, Madam Amaka. I promise to exceed all performance expectations. I will be the most dedicated, hard-working boyfriend you have ever hired.
The formality was ridiculous, and that's what made it so perfect. They were two people speaking the same language of laughter. Their first few months together were filled with these playful performance reviews. When Chinedu remembered to call her after a long day, Amaka would send him a message saying,
Commendable adherence to communication protocols. A bonus is being considered.
If he was late for a date, she would jokingly threaten to put him on a performance improvement plan. It was their special game, a secret world built on that first hilariously formal letter. Their friends were confused, but Chinedu and Amaka were having the time of their lives, building a relationship on a foundation of pure, unadulterated fun. Months flew by, filled with more laughter, inside jokes, and a growing, genuine affection that went far beyond their playful corporate speak. The probationary period was long over, and their relationship had become a permanent fixture in their lives. The initial awkwardness of Chinedu's letter had blossomed into the very thing that made their bond unique. They navigated arguments with dispute resolution memos and celebrated small victories with official commendations. Amika, who now called himself the executive matchmaker, often took credit for the whole thing, reminding Chinedu that he owed him a finder's fee, payable in fresh fish pepper soup.
My guy, don't forget you owe me that fish pepper soup-o. Without my intervention, you would still be writing application letters.
Then came Valentine's Day. Chinedu knew he had to do something special, something that was true to their story. A simple box of chocolates or a bouquet of roses would not be enough. He spent the evening crafting the perfect message, just as he had done all those months ago. But this time, he wasn't nervous. He wasn't sweating or chewing on his pen. He was smiling, his heart full. He knew exactly what to say and how to say it. This wasn't an application anymore. It was a testament to the love that had grown between them, a love that was both deep and delightfully silly. That evening, Amaka's phone buzzed. She opened the message from Chinedu. It was a PDF file designed to look like a formal contract. The title read, Offer of Permanent Employment and Contract Renewal. Her heart skipped a beat as she started to read.
Dear Miss Amaka, it began. Following your outstanding performance as girlfriend and the successful completion of the initial term, we are delighted to upgrade your position. This letter serves as an official offer to make your role permanent, with an immediate upgrade to love of my life, effective immediately and lasting for a lifetime.
She looked up from her phone to see Chinedu standing in her doorway, holding a single rose and wearing a nervous, hopeful smile.
This new contract comes with significantly improved benefits. These include unlimited hugs, a lifetime supply of my bad jokes, and my whole heart, unconditionally.
Amaka didn't need to consult any HR manual. She ran to him, throwing her arms around his neck.
Mr. Chinedu, she whispered, her voice thick with happy tears. I accept. Offer enthusiastically accepted.
Their love story, which started with a job application, was now officially a permanent placement.